The brain doesn't feel pain. So once you've gotten access to the brain, the rest of the surgery is pretty painless. Awake brain surgery is probably the most headline-grabbing surgery in medicine. It involves the patient being awake while we dig into the brain, which is mind-blowing, no pun intended. So what we do is the anesthetists are good friends. They keep the patient sedated while we take an incision over the scalp. This, though, has pain receptors. The anesthesia numbs down the pain. Then we open the skull used by a craniotomy and then open the covering over the brain. This is when the anesthetists reverse the effect of the anesthesia so that the patient is a little more awake. So the basic concept of an awake brain surgery is that the brain doesn't have pain receptors. The brain doesn't feel pain. So once you've gotten access to the brain, the rest of the surgery is pretty painless. Now, why is this important? A great example would be, imagine a violinist who has a brain tumor very close to the region of the brain that controls the hands. His living depends on his dexterity. So it's very important for us to know our extent of resection of this tumor. So we stimulate certain aspects of the brain around the tumor to make sure that that is not the part that controls the hand. Through this whole time, the patient is moving his hand as we stimulate. And as soon as we stimulate a part that is responsible for hand movement, he stops moving his hand. He finds it difficult. And that's when we know that that is a part that we cannot resect.